Okay, so we want to start with the replacement of a battery on this device. As you can see right here, the batteries or the back cover is opening right here. So the customer said that the battery is not holding good charge. So it's probably the battery replacement. So what we want to do is just leave it here sitting for a little bit on the heat. That way we can always remove the back cover even faster. Right now we have our battery pack, and the battery should come with some tools. This one comes handy, and here's some adhesive. We are not going to use this one right here. I can use it for other stuff. And also comes with a little opening tool, which we don't really need, or we might. And also comes with a sealing to the back. Um, this Motorola, sorry, it's a Samsung S20. That we have the battery, and now we are going to start removing the bottom cover. For this one, since this one, the kit came with a opening tool, as you can see, it's coming apart easier. That's why I'm not gonna use this one right here, because look at this, very cheap. It won't stay as good. So I'm gonna use the tape I normally use. The customer said that the battery was replaced once, and look, they use very thin adhesive. This one won't keep the battery or the back cover in place because it feels so easy. So we want to clean everything up, and then we want to apply in some good glue to make sure it's going to stay in place. Here, alright, so we want to clean all that at the end. And also they put the glue just on top. Look at all the debris. So we want to clean all that. Um, I believe we have to remove this little cover. That's the cameras. Always make sure not to touch the cameras, otherwise they might become uh, useless basically. The pictures won't be as good as like the original or new ones or new cameras. Anyway, we want to pay attention not to touch that, and we want to need to remove all these screws. This is very handy. It came already with the tools. This one I bought it out of Amazon. That was the only place I found with a good the matching battery for this type. All right. Since we are gonna be using, I'm gonna cover the cameras. I wanna play it safe, and in order for us to do that, I use these little stickers right here. Just grab one right there, right there. One more. There we go. That way we can work around without worrying about touching the cameras or damaging them. So we're going to remove all these screws right here on top. And then we also going to remove the screws on the bottom. The battery seems to good, is still good, but the customer said that it's not holding charge. And also was the bottom cover was coming apart. So, alright, always keep good track of your screws. Make sure you are putting the screws back in the place they came from. Sometimes they change size and you don't want to damage it. So, alright, this one should be a very simple and easy to do type of repair. Yes, you need a little bit of patience and not so many of skills. You can find our videos online. We're doing this quite a bit. We have a lot of repairs for laptops, desktops, any kind of computers. And we also do cell phone repairs. We're located in downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. So if you haven't have the chance to check this out, you can check it out. We have the videos uploaded for any kind. If you like doing this for yourself, you might find them useful. So, all right. Then normally try to keep track of those screws and then put them back in the exact same place I removed them. All right. I'm gonna use little magnets. Magnetize my screwdriver. That will be a lot easier to remove the tiny screws. Sometimes they won't come out. I just leave them there and just keeping track of all of the screws to make sure I put them back in the exact same place I removed them. Because if they're a different size and you remove them, sometimes you might damage your device. Although this one has been opened before, you don't want to risk it. This screw stays on, so right there, as you can see, this part right here is lifting already, which is good. Then we continue with the ones in the bottom. Some screws are going to stay in. It's fine, just keep them there. One came off. One more that came off. One more. One more. And another one. Alright, so right now we are going to lift this little plate. Being very careful about it. Always finding a good angle, good grip. I believe this one can come off from here. There we go. This one is coming apart. Alright, I guess I need to remove this one. Let's see if I can start from up here. Alright, gotta be careful because there is one connector right here. There we go, that's the wireless charger. Then I just need to lift, make sure this one is coming off. There we go, should come off like this. It's all in one piece. Right there, we put it right by the screws. And as you can see, the battery, yeah, the battery was bulging up, it's getting fluffy. That's the main reason the computer was coming apart. I mean, the bottom cover was coming apart. All right, now I'm gonna use the plastic spatula, disconnect the battery and disconnect these two connectors. There we go. Good. And then now the battery should come off easier. I don't normally like to use this one right here because those are metal, but we'll use it anyway. I use normally a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to help with the lifting of the battery. Alright, since this one is already hot, it's been on my heating plate, it shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't be that hard. So, right, and then now we grab our phone and we just lift like so. Lifting up, the battery came off. So you can see the battery was getting bulged up. That's the main reason the customer wanted to replace it. It wasn't holding the battery or charge anymore. So you can probably just get rid of some of these adhesives since it's all crappy. Make sure that battery is gonna sit properly back in place when we replace it. And also this one should come with a little bit of adhesive. Alright, so it's a brand new battery. We just remove it out of the case or out of the packaging. A little bit of tape right here holding the connector down. We'll remove it. Then now this one don't come with any adhesive, but this one is good enough, it's strong enough that it's gonna keep it in place. So keep using it. So now what I normally do, I just try to make sure that the connector is going to match. Okay. Be patient with these connectors, don't push too hard, otherwise you bend the pins. It should go back in place very easily. Just trying to match that one that was in there. So yeah, that one should be going on this connector right here. Be patient. Make sure it's nice and square. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. but you must remain patient, otherwise you might end up damaging the pins, the connectors. Then you will have to do a different kind of repair. You can see the battery was sticking. So what I'm gonna do is just try to connect it first, and then let it sit. There we go. So now the connector is in. That one, the battery is going back in place. Now it's not gonna move. We start connecting the rest. Make sure this one is going flat all the way. Now this connector is going in place. All right. I'm gonna use a little bit of compressed air. So you can see there is some stuff right here. That's for the speaker. Probably just brush it. Use one of those little tiny brushes. That's a lot of debris right there. Probably the customer wasn't even listening the calls or some stuff in there. Make sure it's nice and clean. Alright, so that's gonna be it right now. Now we need to install this on the wireless charger. Then I lost the screw, I think. Yep, I lost one screw. I'll look it out. I'll look for it in a little bit. But anyway, we need to make sure this area is clean. There we go. Then now we're going to place this back where it belongs. Now there's screw went. Alright, gotta make sure it's going nice and tight in there. Make sure it's gonna sit flat. It's not gonna come undone. There we go. Oh, there's a tiny screw. It's very convenient. That one was from here. And then now I'm gonna start tightening this up. Alright, now let's make sure it's everything nice and flat. Good. Always be careful with the cameras. If you want to stay from the cameras, you can stay away from the cameras as much as you can because you don't want to damage. Alright, so now we're going to, oh, you know what, I forgot this connector. That's one of the things that's why I like doing these videos live. And then I upload them into my channel because that's the best way. I don't edit these videos. I just put them up there the way I do them because it shows the mistakes, the errors that we can run into, you know. I could have finished putting everything together and then find out that this one wasn't in, and I was going to replace it and put it back. So good thing. That's why I normally like doing these videos. I don't edit any of my videos. I just make sure they're going the way they go. And then I just realized another thing. I was forgetting the wireless charging port. Alright, and then I lost another screw, which luckily got in here. Sometimes the screw come off, sometimes they don't. Anyway, the thing I was talking about is like I have to make sure this connector is going in place. I forgot that one as well before. So good thing I noticed that. Alright, there we go. So now finally we have, okay, it's going nice and tight in there. And then now I know the screw from here. There we go. Alright, so all the connectors should be nice and in place. Now we want to start putting all the screws back in place. At the end, you have to have no screws left, nothing left. Everything should go back in the computer. If you have any screws left, it's not cool. It's something that were not something different. So one tip I would recommend you doing is by um, you can take pictures as you go, and then if you don't remember what a little piece or something where it goes or a screw, you can always go and check the pictures, and then you'll see that you were missing something from the place you just find. So everything should go back to the place that came from. No excuses. And there we go. And thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'm about to done with this one. If you follow me, I will follow you today. So that way you can have some of my if you like doing this or watching this, you will see my videos. You will get a notification saying that I'm live, and then you can watch my videos. Like I said, I always do this. I try doing it every time. So don't forget to share and to follow. Alright, so now I'm gonna start cleaning the edges. As you can see, there's like a lot of debris, and then we want to start like replacing, putting the back cover. So for that, I'm gonna need a little bit of isopropyl. Alright, so we are going to start cleaning this area right here. I need a different brush. Alright, so this one right here, we are just gonna clean the edge. For this one, I'm just going to use isopropyl to remove all the debris around to make sure, look at that, the screen is going to sit properly. So I have this brush. This one is a little sturdier. That's going to help me a lot. It's going to be easier for me to remove it, clean the edges. This needs to be very clean. Look at the old glue. Not good. All these corners need to be clean. Otherwise, if there's the debris or there's old glue, when you put it back in place, it won't sit properly and it start like lifting up again. Alright, with this one I'm going to use the pointy to get all this. So always do the best you can. It looks like the person or the previous person that worked on this device didn't do the job properly. Not us. For me, I like to do the best I can, as much as I can. Okay, one more around, and this all this needs to be clean because when we apply new glue, if there's a lot of stuff in it left over, it won't sit properly and it start popping up. Alright, and I'm just going to use a little bit of isopropyl like this and just go around cleaning the edge, making sure it's going to be nice and clean. This corner right here is still have some stuff. Just like something pointy, make sure it's going to be nice and clean, and then use your brush. Okay, this corner right here still has some stuff. As you can see, my cameras are still covered, so not dust is going there. Which is a good thing because if those cameras get dirty, your pictures will be blurry. Everything needs to be nice and clean. Nice and clean. Alright, there's a little bit of glue here. I'm just gonna remove that one, and then I'm gonna clean the bottom. There we go. See, now it's nice and clean. Just a little bit of here. Put this one on the side, and then now we are going to clean this one right here. Same method. have some of the old glue still. All that needs to come off. We're going to need a little bit of help with this one. I have my Dremel. This one will remove some of the leftover glue a little bit faster. All this needs to come off. It needs to come off. That way it's nice and clean and you guys don't have to worry about the um the cover coming off again. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to follow. If you follow me today, I will follow you back. That way, if you like this type of content, it'll show a notification when I'm live and you can watch it. See, you look at the previous person didn't remove this one right here. It looks like it still has like a little bit of paper. Maybe not that probably stays there, but it's a little weird. So, alright, we need to clean this up and then finish up. With this type of job, you gotta be careful. You have to have a lot of patience. If you don't have patience, you will end up damaging your device. So if you don't have this patience or the skills, find somebody to do it for you, because 90% of the people that try fixing these items or the devices themselves, they end up causing more damages than repairs. They end up paying way more money. So remember that. Alright, so we have this one right here. We're going to apply a little bit of isopropyl. We will start cleaning the edge, making sure it's going to be nice and clean and free of any debris, any leftover glue. Otherwise, the computer or the back cover won't sit properly. Propyl again. Just go around. You can see still some stuff in there. This back cover, the bottom covers, I don't like to scratch too much. Otherwise, that stuff comes off, or the paint. Tools and a little bit more of isopropyl. We should be able to get it nice and clean. It has to be clean, clean, like you mean it clean. You don't want to leave any leftover glue, because otherwise the new one you put in won't work as good. And then I'll start lifting up. So you can take the okay, making sure this one is going to be nice and clean. I'll show you the end. As you can see, That's gonna be a lot of difference. It's gonna make a lot of difference. There we go. Sometimes the double-sided tape takes quite a bit of time to remove, but you just remain patient. It'll come off. Got a little bit more isopropyl. Keep doing it. There we go. Let's use a different side. Alright, and we are almost about to finish. Let's try one more time. One more cleaning, and it should be good to go. Apply isopropyl all over. Okay, nice and clean. One more time. A little bit right here. There we go. So we have this nice and clean. Now we'll see how good this one is gonna fit. It should be completely closed like this. You can see. Good. Alright, so now it's time for us to remove the stickers from our camera. Look at this one. This one, they put just a little bit of glue in there, or double-sided tape. Not too good. Alright, so just checking to see how this one is gonna sit. The clicks or something. Yeah, that's how it goes. This one just sits there. Make sure it's gonna be nice and square, or also we can just put it right here. There we go. Always make sure not to touch the lens, otherwise your pictures will be blurry. Alright, so now we're gonna use, this is the glue I have. This is the one I have right now. Thank you everyone for watching. Please don't forget to follow. If you follow me today, I will follow you back, because if you like this type of content, you will have notifications. Alright, so I'm just gonna place a little bit of glue. I'm gonna start from here. So what I normally do is just try to go right in the middle, right in the middle, so the glue spreads evenly. Okay, all the way around. All right, so we have this one right here. Now we're going to remove the stickers, and then we want to place the camera back in place. Yep. All right, so we have that in. It's going to be in place. I think we need to apply a little bit more down here. There we go. And now we're going to use a couple of rubber bands. Put that receipt there. We're going to use a couple of rubber bands to go from one side to another, and another one from here to here. You don't need much. This glue goes very fast, so these ones are not too tight because they're too tight, you might end up damaging the screen itself. So there we go. As you can see, there's no gaps. Everything seems to be sealed. Good, all the way around. No excess of glue, and it should be good to go. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, because I will follow you back. Thank you very much one more time. Have a good day and see you guys next time.